Jimmy. Today I'm just going to do a little planner chat, take you through what I'm doing in each of my traveler's notebook, and just kind of like a flip through of what I've been doing so far. Okay, I think I'm going to look at Quilted Gwen first, and then we'll look at Sky and Zuri. This is my Quilted Gwen, and I've had this bow on there forever. I want to change it, but every time I go to change it, I just love this so much. It's just so fresh and summery. And this is from Tailored Plan, as is this. Yeah, I just love the colors. And then my Planner Perfect charm. And again, this is Quilted Gwen. This is an A5 Quilted Gwen from Planner Perfect. And the quilted is sturdier and thicker than the other leathers, so I love that part of it. So I have a paper pad here, which I can use for notes and stuff. It comes in handy. This is a little crocheted heart from Lucy at Lucy's Crafts and Coffee. I was gonna put this in there too. This is one of her crocheted flowers, but I just haven't done it yet. So I love her stuff. This is my Portuguese insert. We are learning Portuguese. It's so funny because we have been practicing for a few weeks at least, my husband and I, Portuguese lessons every day. And I realized though that we were learning Brazilian Portuguese, and we want to learn European Portuguese because my dream is to go to Portugal. So yeah, so we had to kind of start over. What we learned is helpful because it's similar. I guess it may be the difference of like Spain Spanish and Mexican Spanish. You know how it's different. So anyway, we're recalibrating. So I thought I would make an insert for this. This is kind of like my learning journal, my self-development traveler's notebook. So that's the kind of stuff I have in here. Aulas de Português, Portuguese lessons. And yeah, it's different in European Portuguese. They say sh, an SH sound for this instead of Português, like Brazilian Portuguese. And it's so funny because, or it's just a coincidence or synchronicity, whatever you want to call it, the Cocoa Daisy kit for June was all about Mediterranean and Portugal. Isn't that crazy? So that's a sign that I need to go. Yeah, we have to go to Portugal. I did go on the unofficial Cocoa Daisy BST site and ordered some kits that have this in it. Someone was selling their June kit, so yeah, so that's going to come in handy. So these are some basic words that I wrote down, and I highlighted the Portuguese ones. It just makes it more fun studying and learning something if it's pretty on the page. For me, at least, if it looks nice, I will look at it more. It just, I don't know, it makes me feel better about learning it. It's not so boring. And then I wrote down some helpful phrases that I use. My boys have been coming around a lot lately. Well, two of them live here, and then my other one and his girlfriend have been over more than usual. So I was thinking, I wrote down some of the things that I say to them a lot and found out how to say those. I always say, love you, be careful, make wise decisions. I always say that one. Miss you, drive carefully. So learning those, and I'll continue to write down what I learn every day in here. I need to get back doing it every day. I was doing it every day, sometimes twice a day with the Brazilian Portuguese because I loved the way that those lessons were outlined, and I just can't find one I like as much with the European Portuguese. So I took a break of a couple days just trying to find one that I like. So today I'm getting back on track, and I will be sure to fill in another page. Yeah, so that's my Portuguese lesson book. Now this These are the stickers that I use for that because they have the Portuguese references, Mediterranean. I put this in here just temporarily till I receive my new one. This is a size wide, but it has pockets to put stickers in, but obviously these won't fit. So I did order one from Chic Sparrow that has pockets, but it's an A5 size. So what I'll do when that comes is put these in here for this. So the stickers will be with it. And then these for this one. So these are the ones I use for my book insert. I use other ones too, but when I get my new Chic Sparrow A5 pockets, I'll put them in there. So this one is for books, obviously, and I've shown this. I have some quotes about books in the beginning. This was fun to put together. I'm going to have contents here once I get more books in here. And this book, which I've shown so many times, I've been reading it forever. I read it through once, and now I'm going through it again to take notes because it was just so helpful, and I keep going back to it. So this way I can have all the condensed version in one place. So these are the 5 resets. Rewire your brain and body for less stress and more resilience. And I love her. She is a doctor that Mel Robbins has on her podcast sometimes. So that's how I know about her. And I just wrote down things that were helpful. I love this. Tolerating a high level of discomfort is not inner strength. What gets labeled as resilience is the thing that depletes us in the long run. So I thought that was good. Toxic resilience, pushing past boundaries. Oh, don't we always do that? Our culture rewards toxic resilience, but these high levels of stress and burnout are not sustainable. Okay, and I'm going to commit to a plan of these things for the whole season, the whole summer season, July, August, September, which I have been. And then talks about the canary in the coal mine. These are Tiny Kate Plan stickers. Don't you love these? This is her original artwork. And they're goldfinches. I know they're not canaries, but close. She is just such a gifted artist, and she's starting to have more of her original artwork on her stickers. But I just love Tiny Kate Plans. I have a code for Tiny Kate Plans in case you're interested, and it is Jimmy15, and gets you 15% off of all Tiny Kate Plan stickers. They are just adorable, her stickers. And I show them on a lot of my other social media. But anyway, the canary in the coal mine that the book talks about is we have to listen to our canary. When the canary sang in the coal mine, it signaled high levels of carbon monoxide, so the miners would know to get out quickly. It signaled danger. So when we have a canary, we each have a canary within us that signals danger, and we just have to figure out what our canary is. It can be insomnia, depression, allergies, nausea, pain, anxiety, headaches, heartburn, dizziness, flares of a medical condition. So any of these things and more are our body warning us of danger, and that we need to listen to the canary and take care of it and pay attention. So I thought that was cool. And this talks about neuroplasticity, that our brains can be rewired for less stress. These are also Tiny Kate Plan stickers. And then it talks about the resilience rule of 2, how we should only make 2 new changes at a time to make it lasting. So focus on 2 key areas in your life that need attention. Once you feel good about the changes, then add 2 more. Yeah, so I need to figure out what my 2 are going to be. But that's what I have so far, and I will continue to take notes of that book in here. This one I haven't written in yet, but I know what I'm going to use it for, and it's going to be for notes I take on podcasts and YouTube videos. I listen to things when I walk every morning, and it's just so much good information, and I ended up putting the notes of it in my everyday, and it's just kind of doesn't belong there. And I just got carried away and kept writing, and that happens so much as I start writing or scripting my day, and it turns into journaling. So if I have a specific place for it, then I can separate it, because I don't mind journaling in my everyday, but I want to be able to have my journaling and my notes of things that are helpful to me in one place. I don't want to have to dig through, my schedules and planning and all that to find the notes that I'm looking for, because I look back on them a lot as self-therapy. But anyway, that's what I'm going to use this one for. And then the pad in the back. So this is my Quilted Gwen, and this is my, what did I say I was going to call it? Self-development traveler's notebook. Yeah, I think that's what I'll call it. Yeah, Quilted Gwen. So next I will show you my everyday traveler's notebook. This is Zuri 2.0. She smells so good. People keep asking me about the color. It's really brown. It's brown basically, but it has a slight olive tint to it. So it's different than just brown. And it has the snap. That's what makes it a 2.0. The other ones have a band. Let me get another brown one just so you can see the difference. This is Charlotte. This is Charlotte. And this is a regular traveler's notebook, not a 2.0 that has the band around it. But see, you can see the slight difference. It's hard to tell unless it's in person. This is a true like coffee chocolate brown. And this has more of an olive tint. Do you see? But it's very pretty and very unique. So again, this is Zuri 2.0, and this is a size wide. I have 4 traveler's notebooks in there, plus the pad. Yeah, so it holds a lot. And then I have my tool pen in here. I just decided to keep it kind of simple. I just love the way that looks. So first in here, I have my menu. And this cover didn't match the theme, so that's why I put this over it. This is a Chic Sparrow insert with dashboards in it. I started using this particular one in 2020 or 2021. And then I stopped using it because I started putting my menus in the back of my daily. But I thought I would do this again for a change. And I haven't been filling it in this week. We just had a lot going on for the 4th of July weekend. So I need to fill the rest of this out. These are things that I have. Things I have in the freezer. Meats I have. Frozen dinners I have. And when I use them, I can fill in the heart, and then I can see what I need at a glance. On this page, I plan on putting in components of the way that I'm eating now, which is low FODMAP. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you that when I do it. So that's that one. And then this is my daily. And like I said, I've been kind of journaling and scripting. So I want to do more scripting in here instead of just journaling. These are my summer goals. Also, I'm going to use this just until it runs out. So that's why I didn't put the month on here. And I'll just use it for the summer months. And I have another blank one if this one runs out, with a different cover. So I did summer goals instead of just July goals. And then I also left room for more. Not much room, but I could still put them on another page. I love this textured Cocoa Daisy mesh that came with the deluxe journaling kit. And I have shown this. I'm gonna do my dailies this way, like not just strict scripting, but just journaling. But what I'm finding, and I did this last year and it worked. It was perfect. But what I'm finding this time is maybe I just have a lot more to journal about. Maybe I'm going through more, I'm going through deeper emotional things because I'm ending up doing like all journaling. And I want to do that in this one and save this every day for more practical. Like I was listening to a podcast when I was walking, and I ended up writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages on it that morning. It just touched me so much, and I'm not even done with it yet. There's still more on that I want to take notes on. But I feel like this belongs in my self-development journal, so I can go back and, go back and read it and have some encouragement from it. Yeah, this is good. When we are quiet, we are present in a way that noise can't compete with. Yeah, this was really good. It was about silence and how if we stop talking or justifying, stop filling the space, people reveal themselves. It's like we don't need to keep talking and justifying ourselves when we feel uncomfortable. So it's like a practice almost. Stop begging for people to understand what was never meant for them to grasp. I think it kind of falls into the same line as people pleasing, trying to be what we think other people need us to be instead of being authentic. So it's fine line. So that's this one. And then this morning, I went ahead and did scripting because I missed it. I, just have been doing this for several days, and I don't know. I was like, I want to script out my day. I guess I feel like I need more order. And even if I don't follow the plan exactly, I have a plan. And so that brings me peace. And just writing it out helps me to just get an overview of how I want my day to flow. So I feel good about this today. And I still did a little list of things I need to get done. And I can fill those in when I do them. So yeah, see film, video. And then nice dinner tonight. So yeah, and again, these are Tiny Kate Plan. Aren't they so cute? I love those foxes with the big ears, if that's what they are. But I love her artwork. So that's that. So I'm going to go back to using this more for scripting. And I can write some journaling stuff in here. I guess when I was doing this last year, when I was not strictly scripting for a season, I did not have my other traveler's notebook to put my journaling stuff in. So it was all just going in one place. But now I have this, so I don't need to put it all in one place. And then here's my 6-month agenda. And I do need to cover this up. I don't like it on there. And I've showed this in my past videos. And what I'm thinking about doing is doing each month. This is July through December. I'm pretty sure. Is it December? Yeah, December. This is July through December. It has a month. Then it has 5 weeks. And then another month, 5 weeks. Another month, 5 weeks from July to December. So what I'm thinking about doing, this is Penton Plan stickers. This is her July collection. And she has sent me one for each season, one for each month. And I'm just so excited about this. So I think I might go ahead and decorate the months ahead of time. So this will be July. This is August, September, October, November, December. Isn't that so cute? December, January, February, March, April, May, and I've already used June. So I love these. And Hand Can Plan, my code for a discount for Hand Can Plan, it's 20% discount, and it's Jimmy20, Jimi 20. But I think I'm going to do that for this, and then I'll have them already decorated, and it's just fun. I love decorating seasonally. Yeah, so this is July, and then this is my first week, and I used more Hand Can Plan on here and some Planner Perfect. And this is this week. I love the way this turned out. This is Planner Perfect stickers, and then I used Hand Can Plan days of the week. Doesn't that match perfectly? I just love it. I love those subdued colors. Yeah, so I'm enjoying having this weekly layout, and I'm writing more in here since I'm not doing as much scripting, but now I probably will go back to more scripting. And I put clouds around things that I want to stick out. I have jury duty this week. Yeah, so I went last week, and my husband went with me to pick out a few outfits because I've lost a lot of weight lately, and so, or, in the past year and a half, so none of my clothes fit. So that was fun. Got some new, nice clothes, and if I get chosen, then I'll go get some more clothes. That'll be fun. Yeah, so this has the 5 weeks, and then the next one all the way to December. So I'm enjoying this 6-month agenda. And then this is my yearly, so I can do things ahead of time. I guess I don't really need this now that I have this, but I already have it, and it's fun. So this is July. Let's see. That's June. That was Tiny Kate Plans. This one's Planner Perfect stickers. Tiny Kate Plan stickers. These are cute. Tiny Kate Plan stickers. Tiny Kate Plans. So, yeah, a lot of Tiny Kate Plans. I loved the February one. She just has the cutest stickers. So that is my everyday book. My yearly, my 6-month agenda, my daily, and my menu, which I'm behind on. And it's all in my Surrey. Yeah, I love the way this feels. I just love it. So lastly, I will show you my nighttime traveler's notebook. This is Sky. Ah, isn't she beautiful? I just love the freshness. It's almost like, this makes me, like when you smell fresh laundry. That's what this makes it smell like, when you smell fresh clothes on a clothesline. At our last place, I had a clothesline, and my clothes always smelled so fresh, and our blankets and towels were dried in the sun. It was great, but that's what this reminds me of. I know that sounds weird, but it is. This is Sky. She is a pebbled sky blue Planner Perfect Traveler's Notebook. And this is a Planner Perfect charm. The charms from Planner Perfect are such good quality. And I didn't want to have anything else on this, just the simplicity of it. And this is Tailored Plan. More daisies. Daisies are one of my favorite flowers. So I take this upstairs with me at night. And again, I'm doing this by season. So instead of having this just for July, this is going to be for the whole season. I did switch the cover. I used Beatrix for June, and now I'm using Sky for July. And I'll probably use Azura for, here's Azura. I'll probably use Azura for June. September. Yeah, I love the blues. I just love the blues. This is like water. No, August. June, July, August. I don't know what's wrong with my brain this morning. Still working on my coffee. So anyway, this is tailored plan ribbon. And oh, this I just put on here. This is an edging by Lucy's Crafts and Coffee. And I'll leave a link for her below. She does crocheted things for your planner. And this has, it comes with adhesive on the back. I didn't put it on there very straight. And you just peel the adhesive off and stick it on there. Isn't that so pretty? It adds such a nice touch. This is one. I don't know why I don't have this down. This, a planner mat. Isn't that cool? But you can contact her and she'll make whatever color you want. Isn't that so pretty? I'm gonna have to think of which one I want for the fall. Maybe I'll have a planner mat for each season. I think I'll do that. This was actually spring, but it's doing well into the summer. Anyway, this is my nighttime traveler's notebook. And this one is where I use for evening gratitude, wins, beauty I noticed, and what gave me joy. Also general gratitude and quotes and affirmations. So that's what I'm using it for. I know these kind of overlap, but I like having different ones and I can use different stickers, and I just love to write and express myself and copy quotes. This is a really helpful practice though, looking at my wins for the day and beauty I noticed, because then when you're out in the world, you look for beauty and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna write that down tonight. I love this quote. I can breathe deeply and fully relax. There is no other shoe that is going to drop. I love that. I know I've shared that before, but I just love it. So that's what I'm using this for, and it's been nice. I put a little desk up in my bedroom, and I take this up there, and I do it as the sun's going down. See, there's more Portugal. That's a rub-on. Yeah, so this has been a really nice nighttime routine. And it makes me be able to go to sleep with gratitude. It sets the tone for my sleep. Here I started using, this was all Cocoa Daisy stickers, and here I started, oh actually, some of this is Belisi Casa. I can leave a link for her below. And Jimmy30 gets 30% off. She has pretty stickers. Here I started using Southern Belle plans. And I have showed this before, but I put everything in my pen case. It's kind of messy now. I end up just throwing them in here instead of putting them back. And I pulled out washi tapes that match the Southern Belle plans. This is actually June, but it's fitting for now. So yeah, so all those match this. Southern Belle plans, I have 10% off code for Southern Belle plans. It's Jimmy 10, but it does not include the current monthly kits. But like I said, this is June. She has so much more stuff in her shop that you would love. So this is Southern Belle plans. This is Planner Perfect washi tape. This is Planner Perfect washi tape. Privacy is what I crave. Yep, story of my life. Went shopping with HUD today and got lots of new clothes that fit. That was a win. I don't like to shop. And yeah, I end up just wearing stuff that doesn't fit because I don't feel like going shopping. All right, I need to be intentional about spending time daily in nature. I just always feel better when I do that. So that's what I'm using this one for, and hopefully it'll last me all summer. I think it will. Then I'll pick another one for fall and put fall on here, or autumn, with maybe like a red tree. I have to look through Jenny's covers. With Planner Perfect, you can order whatever cover you want, and there's so many choices, and then you can have whatever you want printed on it. And you can make the inside pages whatever you want. You can have them menu pages, you can have, you know, calendar, or you can just have blank, which is what I have. And I get dot grid, so it helps me, you know, write straight without having, you know, the lines. So I love this. That's summer. Now this one, I wish that I had summer put on here, but oh well. This is for my evening wrap up. So this is, you know, for Beauty I Noticed, What Brought Me Joy, my wins. This one is more like a journaling, how my day went. When I put my nightly routine in here, I've shown this so many times, so I'm sorry if it's boring. I need to put a clip in here where I stopped last, so you don't have to look through this every time, so I apologize. Yeah, this is just journaling how things went. Yeah, you know, I had to get over the fact that we're not ready to buy that perfect home yet. We have to wait, blah, 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 blah. George went out, blah, blah. You know, it's just kind of what I did that day. And I think this will be good for when I'm gone one day. My children and grandchildren can look and see what was Grandma doing. You know, so I thought that'd be neat, because these are all keepsakes. I mean, the covers are so beautiful, you know, and they're so good to keep. I keep mine in these boxes, these storage boxes that I got from Happy Planner, which I'll show you in a minute. So that, and then what I like to do is put my planner from the year before in here. So this one was from July of last year. And then at night, I like to look at that day from last year and see what I was doing, you know, so I can see how far I've come, reminisce a little bit. So let's see, what is today? Today is, oh my goodness, what is today? Today is July 8th. Okay, so let's look at July 8th. There's July 8th. That's what I was doing last year. I was doing meditating. Goodbye, Belg. Nothing very exciting, but still, it's fun to look, see what I was doing. I was doing weekly reflections last year. I got these topics from Moxie Life. They're different areas of life. So I would write down my wins for that week, what worked, what didn't work, and then adjustments and lessons to change. And then my actions, my weekly actions would be from this. So that was a neat thing. Maybe I should do that again. Did I do that every week? I don't know. And then I had my miracle morning, my miracle evening. I made this little printout, which I got from the Miracle Morning book. Yeah, so it's neat looking back. July goals, and again, I did the different areas of life. Keep reading The Lazy Genius Way. I need to get that book out again, because I am just not very disciplined in house cleaning. So The Lazy Genius is good. I do what I have always called triage cleaning. Whatever needs it the most. See, that's how I did my menu plan. I would put a tab in the back. Yeah, so for cleaning, I would do triage cleaning, and what I would do is take half an hour to an hour a day and just work on whatever needed it the most for that period of time. That's how I did it, and that's what worked for me. But I think I'll look at the Lazy Genius book again and see about that. It's just hard for me to stay on top of it because I did that for so many years. I homeschooled all 4 of my children, I mean, for over 20 years. And I had to keep on top of it then because, you know, we had 4 children at home all day, every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, and they had their jobs for chores, you know, but I kept up with it for so long. And now I don't want to be that strict about it. So I do my triage cleaning and that works. So this is my nighttime traveler's notebook. Sky. So we have Sky. We have Zuri. And we have Quilted Gwen. Oh, I was going to show you how I store my inserts that I've already used. So here are some that I haven't used. These are blank ones that I can use. And these are Happy Planner sticker storage boxes. These are kind of my creative journals. And then up here I have each quarter. So this is October, November, December from the past 4 or 5 years. They fit perfect. And again, these are size wide. So narrow would fit in here, but obviously A5 would not. I love storing them this way. And again, these are from Happy Planner. I'll leave the link below. These are some of my traveler's notebooks. I don't have them color coordinated. I just threw them up there for now. Some of them. Now this one, you know how I use the Quilted Gwen for my summer self-development traveler's notebook. This is Quilted Caviar. It's kind of a gunmetal. Love it. So I plan on using her Caviar for the fall, for my self-development journal for the fall and the winter. Yeah, so that'll be nice. But that's how I store my inserts from Planner Perfect. They really are keepsakes. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time, hopefully soon. Bye.